One of the most topical things we've gone through recently is the Mike Tyson fight. I gotta say, I grew up watching Mike Tyson the same as everybody else my age. Huge fan, love seeing him get back in the ring. I've got nothing really negative to say about the fight, but maybe a caution about the aging process. We're all gonna age. We see even with a great like Iron Mike, the guy's in amazing shape. He's still incredibly fast. Like incredible fitness for a guy who's nearly 60 years old to be able to fight multiple 2-minute rounds at fight intensity. It shows what an incredible freak athlete he was to begin with. But there's some negatives. The risk of concussion as you get older in combat sport is much, much higher. We saw limited movement from him. While his head and body movement was still very good, his feet were rooted to the floor. He'd lost that coordination that he'd had previously. And that's one of the things that we should be thinking about as we get older, what our hobbies are going to be. Maybe if you used to race dirt bikes, instead of racing motocross, you just go for a trail ride. You can still enjoy it just as much, but with much less risk. If you're boxing, instead of getting in the ring and fighting or sparring, maybe it's just hit pads. You know, if I'm into MMA, maybe I just go to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where there's no head contact or head trauma at all. And while Jiu-Jitsu certainly has its share of injuries, they're all better than a permanent brain injury from multiple concussions that you get from striking sports. So part of the aging process is that we still challenge ourselves, give ourselves a reason to be excited and get out of bed, but we select something that's appropriate for where we are right now. So for me, I would love to say I want to go and do an ultra marathon. The truth is I can't run like I used to anymore. So instead of challenging myself in that way, I go to Nepal and I hike, but I hike at high altitude, which is just as much a fitness test as running an ultra marathon. So I'm still finding ways to challenge myself, but they're honoring where I'm at in my journey. And as I get older, maybe these challenges will get smaller and smaller, but they'll feel every bit as big regardless, because as my abilities decline, I'm still pushing myself at my absolute limit. So get old, do it smart. You'll actually be able to enjoy all these adventures for a much longer period of time than if you go all out right now and find yourself crippled for the next 30 years. If you like the content, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Go to my website, check out www.peakperformance40.com and join the community of guys just like you looking for the best health and fitness advice.